these are fryers. And the difference is going to be when you've got the fryer versus the roaster versus the stewing hen is going to be the size. They actually start in the smallest size with the Cornish game hen, which a lot of people don't realize is a chicken, but it is. And then the next size you're going to go to is going to be this, which is the broiler fryer. And then the next one's going to be the roaster. And then the next is going to be the stewing hen. Broiler fryer is going to be the one you use the most. But what I'm going to show you today is how to take one of these and break it down into some boneless pieces. And then we're also going to show you how to butterfly one. And we're going to take and do a roast chicken with an herb compound butter under the skin. I'll talk more about that when we get to it, because by putting the stuff under the skin, it gives a unique advantage. But if we take the chicken here and we kind of just take a look at it, there are some things here that can act as a roadmap to let you know where to go. Up underneath in this front section, right under here, you're going to find the wishbone. Now, what I like to do is take the knife up underneath and scrape the meat from the wishbone on both sides, because by removing that, we're going to be able to break down the chicken a little bit easier. You just take and work your fingers in on either side, and most of the time you're going to find like this one, they're already broken. The only problem that's going to cause is you're not going to be able to play the old, pull the wishbone game with the family there. But just reach in, take this out, and then we're going to come back up on top, and here on the chicken is the keel bone. All right, and if you press, you can feel it right down the center here. What we're going to do is we're going to take our fillet knife, all right, and this has a little bit of flexibility to it. And we're going to start on one side of the keel bone, and we're going to go right through the skin and right down beside that bone, okay? Now, take your time, take shallow cuts, and you can't mess up here. If you, see now, by having that wishbone out, that allowed us to come all the way through here. We would hit that if it wasn't there. Then we're going to take and turn the chicken here, and I want to take in just real light, shallow motions, follow the rib cage down. Now, the other advantage to doing this, other than just saving some money, is you're going to get pieces that you can't get in a regular grocery store. All right, come back around here. Now I'm going to take and make a cut right between the thigh and the breast, so I can release the skin there. And we're going to keep coming down. Now here, we're getting down to where the wing is. All right, when we get down to where the wing is, there's a joint right here. And we want to take and open that joint up so that we can feel it and run the knife right through it. All right, makes it nice and easy. But we're going to take wing and all on this. And now we have taken one side of the breast off. Now, this is a cut that you can't get in a grocery store. I'm going to remove the tender too underneath here. This is the chicken tender. This is what you get when you go to, well, one of my sponsors, Guthrie's. This is what they fry up for you. And now we've got the wing still attached, but we have a boneless breast with the skin still on. What we want to do next is take the wing and break it at the joint and just go right through, okay? Now we've taken and we've got the little drumette still attached. And the cool thing here is we can actually now do what they call Frenching the breast, and we're going to take and scrape this meat down. Just cut around, and this gives you a beautiful, beautiful presentation. This is something you spend hours doing in culinary school. They teach you the old French classic way of doing it, and you just keep working this down. And we would even go so far in the restaurant to nip the end of the bone off. But that's that. A lot of people aren't going to want to do that, and you can just take right there and take the wing or the drumette off. Now you can take this piece, and actually if you were having a dinner party or something, wanted to make an hors d'oeuvre, you can pull it down and you can fry that by itself and serve it. You can also take the little piece here and take the end off. You do that by breaking it loose. And some people get a little squeamish. These little tips, you want to keep these, okay? That's going in the stock pot. And we're going to get into stock in a future show. But you can pop one of the bones out of here and basically turn it into one of these. Not a lot of people are going to do it, so we're not going to waste a lot of time. I would save this for either game time or for the stock pot. That's where those are going. The tenders, we would take these in culinary school or in a restaurant setting, and we would take and grind this up and make a force meat. So we could make a chicken stuffing that could go inside of another piece. So, but there's our breast. Now, what we're going to do now is take the leg and the thigh off, all right? Kind of pick it up, and you'll feel with your thumb right here there's a joint. And this, some people get a little squeamish, but you just dislocate the joint, basically. But up here in the front is a piece of meat called the oyster, and that is a great piece of chicken. So make sure that you go far enough ahead that you get that. That's a great tasting piece there. So now we've got it broken down into quarters, basically, if these guys were still back on. To take the leg and the thigh apart, what we're going to do, be careful, because this can get you, but if you pinch them together and you see right here, there's that little indention, just go straight down, just far enough to get the joint open, and then put it on the board. And there's also this fat line here you can follow that'll make it safer. And you can go right through here, and now we've separated it down into a thigh and a leg. Now, if you want to take the bone out of the thigh, it's real easy. Take it, just run your knife straight down. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way so y'all can see. And then just take again and work around it. A little scraping motion, and most of this stuff can be pulled apart. It just takes a little practice, but if you just scrape this around, all right, this is why most people buy them already done, but I'm telling you, if you learn how to do this, there's a lot you can do, because you're going to save some money and you're going to get some parts you normally wouldn't have by going to, your regular grocery store. But if we take and clean this down, we can take the bone right out, and now you've got a boneless, skinless, or you got a boneless chicken thigh. If we take this piece off, take and just pull the skin off, now you've got a boneless, skinless. And now the dark meat is what you would use. Most people prefer the white meat. The dark meat has the most flavor. It's got more fat in it. It's hard to overcook the dark meat. The breast, it's real easy to dry it out and let it get too done. But we can take these now, and you can do, chicken tacos, chicken fajitas. You can do the breast, bake it. Whatever. What we're going to do today is going to be with this other one, we're going to take and break it in half. I'm going to take right now and grab a bowl and just clear these other parts out of the way. We do not ever want to throw away any of the parts, bones, any of that stuff. Keep all of that, the wing tips. We want every bit of that. That's gold. That's stuff you got to have if you're going to make a great stock. And in a few weeks, we're going to teach you how to make a really great chicken stock. In fact, we're going to teach you how to make two. But for what we're doing today, we're going to take this one chicken and we're going to turn it over onto its stomach. And what I want to do is remove the backbone. We're going to take and butterfly this out so that it'll cook faster and we don't have to wait all night for dinner. So we're just going to take and go right down the backbone here. And you can use your kitchen shears for this if you want. I just never have, but you can. And again, the backbone is a piece you want to keep. It's fighting me. When else fails, get a bigger knife. There we go. Keep this, again, we want this in the stock pot, okay? When we come back, I'm going to show you how to butterfly this out the rest of the way. We're going to make our compound butter to put under the skin, and we're going to get it in the oven. Come right back.